Alright, are we streaming? I don't know. Okay, I think we're on now. Alright, everyone. How are we doing today? I just thought I'd play a little bit of Final Fantasy 14 while I talk about Fate Stay Night. And I do have a whole questionnaire. Right, but I won't start until somebody who wants to watch come in and vibe. I just want to make sure everything is set up. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna just be talking while I play for a little bit. You're more than welcome. No music or nothing, just cause, you know, I'm gonna be doing talking and shit. So let me just go ahead and get started. I don't even know what I'm remembering what I need to do. Ooh, better not do that. Oh, good thing oh shit, my map. I went past where I needed to go. And you wanna fight, okay. So, I know it's been quite a bit of while since I last streamed. Last month was just not a really good month for me at all. There was a lot of personal shit that I had to deal with, and nothing that I could actually like be entertaining on stream. But I'm still planning on playing, you know, 999 and all that for you guys. So, you know, don't even worry about that. The price, like I said, January was just a really, really, really hard month for me. And of course, I'm dealing with delays because that's how it goes. Thanks, Mercury retrograde. Now, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, fuck off. But yeah, so I've been putting off once again. I've been putting off another Fate Stay Night thing I promised. So, yeah. And I guess if I have to start somewhere, I'll just start with, like, the fact that, like, yeah, like, I did enjoy it. Like, I did enjoy a lot overall. It's just, I mean, and I'll get to it point by point, you know, when I get there. But generally, I did like it a lot. There's this, I don't know, like, I tend to be a one and done person when it comes to like visual novels, and that's nothing against the visual novel or anybody really themselves. It's really just a me thing. Like, I keep telling myself, yeah, I'm like, you know, if I say that about, if I say this about Umineko, then you know it's definitely not a uniquely Fate Stay Night problem or anything like that. It's just that for me personally, like, it's hard for me to want to read everything. It's hard to, like, maybe one day I'll go through all the rest of the endings myself on my own time. Maybe one day I'll come back and do Tsukihime if and when it actually gets remade and gets translated over here in the US, or at least the West, or have access from the West. But oh, fuck off. But generally, yeah, like, I do like it a lot. If I had to give it a star rating, I would give it, I would say, like, maybe a 3 3.5 rounded up to a 4. Like, there is some stuff in there that I'm just kind of like, it could have been done better, whatever. Like I said, and I'll go through that point by point. Mostly I just kind of want to give you guys an update on me, and I want to give an update on the channel, and just essentially my main general thoughts on, what's that shit called? Fate's Stay Night in general. Like, again, like, nothing against it. Nothing bad against it, really. Just, you know, overall, I liked it. I did like it a lot. Like, I am into the franchise now. Oh, fuck off. Whatever. Gives me time to talk to you guys. Whatever. Like, I did like it a lot. I am into the franchise now, but I feel like I'm a lot more casual about it than other people may be, and that's totally fine. Like I said, if I have to give it an entire roundup, I would definitely give it a 3.5 to round it up to 4. Definitely. I could definitely see why this would be a harder sell in the West if you're not already familiar with Fate Grand Order. And I can't really blame other people on that for sure. But like I said, like for me, like as far as any rereading goes or anything like that, and why isn't this thing working? Hold on, my chat thing isn't working. I sound like I enjoyed it, but it wasn't up to the hype. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way to put it. That really is the best way to put it. It's just, I wanted to like it. I really, really wanted to like it as much as everybody was like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever. And I'm like, I like it, but I don't know. Oh man, this thing is attacking me. And I don't know why my chat isn't popping up on my end, unless it's on the screen. But I did like it. Let me just beat the fuck out of this beetle. Oh fuck, I need to heal. And I guess maybe there's a lot to say about like the side stuff that's, you know, that probably grants it more, I guess, additional reading. Like how I get kind of hyped up about Umineko in a way, whereas, you know, like, as far as Umineko goes, there's really not a lot of side stuff. I mean, yes, there's a manga. The manga is a lot clearer on certain things, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it or know of it. But, you know, as far as just reading the visual novels is concerned, yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, meanwhile, Higurashi, like, I'm not even gonna bother with all the side shit. I like Higurashi enough. Like, again, like, this is just me. This is not, like, against people, or if you like it, you know, oh, you know, I can't believe she doesn't like it. Like, I mean, that's just, maybe it has to do with the fact I'm older. Maybe I shouldn't have read it when I was older. Maybe I probably would have enjoyed it more if I were younger again, then yeah, maybe. But as of right now, as of this recording, yeah, I like it. And yeah, I'll, you know, what is it, like, chat coming up? Of course, Mercury retrograde is fucking me up. But yeah, if I'm interested in something enough, I'll definitely want to read, like, the side stuff. And I do want to read the side stuff for, Fate's Stay Night, like, in general, just because I do have a lot of questions that I haven't really, that I feel like it wasn't really answered for me. Hold on a second. Let me just beat the fuck out of this sprite. Do I have to fight anything real quick? God damn it. Okay. While that's going on, let me just give you my initial impressions, and I think I've said this more than enough times in, like, my other videos, and in case, like, a lot of people, like, forgot, but I've heard of Fate's Stay Night. I guess you cannot not know about it, especially back then. Like, a lot of people were more into the whole, like, the Studio Dean version, and then, you know, for a while it just kind of became more niche. It found its niche, I should say. It found its niche with other people throughout the years and all these damn collaborations. So for me, as an anime fan in general, like not even just like an anime, that's not a fan of Fate Stay Night in general, but just as somebody who's into like anime in general, you quickly become familiar with a lot of these characters. Like not even like their story, but just we're like, oh, this is Saba. Oh, this is, you know, she's the main girl. Okay. Oh, this is Archer. Okay, I don't know who that orange hair kid is, but okay, that I think his name is Shiro. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. And for me, I just really like. I've always been the kind of person anyway that's kind of like, I don't even if I'm interested in something, I'm gonna participate in it, and if it's popular, hey, all the better. But if it's not that popular, then, you know, I'm more likely to be into it because I always try to avoid as much drama and bullshit as I can. Oh, fuck off. Let me live. I need to fix this. When you first heard of Fate, you thought Ren and Archer were like supposed. Yeah. See, that was the impression I got. I knew of Shiro, of course, but like I didn't know his role, his functions. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like it was hard for. I won't say it's hard. It was just. I will admit that I was a little intimidated by the fact that whatchamacallit, there was a lot of like media stuff. There was a lot of anime, all these games, all these things that it's like, that's when I was like, okay, well, I want to get into it eventually, then I guess I'll just have to devote a lot of time. And then, you know, shit just kept happening in my life where it was like, I never was able to kind of focus on just kind of like, hold on a second. I don't know why it's not. Okay, hold on a second. My shit is rocked on my end and it's really annoying me. But no, but like I said, like I was saying, that I kept trying to get into it. I kept trying to be like, oh, okay, you know, I'll get into this eventually. To be honest, there's still a lot of people who don't care about like FGO or other big Fate titles. Yeah, see, I have always been kind of a completionist kind of person. Like I've always preferred to worry more about like the. I've always been the type of person who preferred just to complete everything, just to kind of like, oh, I want to understand. Like it's the way I'm gonna say it is weird, and it's like the best way I can think of it, because it's again, it's just the way my brain operates. But it's like, oh, I want to understand why this thing is as cool as it is. You know what I mean? My chat is so, like, my chat thing is so fucked up. I do not know what's going on. OBS, why? So if I answer you a little too late, it's just because my fucking chat thing is going haywire and I can't see shit until. Oh, fuck it, I can't see shit. What am I gonna do? I'll just do. I can't lower it down. I'll just close this. And I'll close this. Can I lower it down? Okay, I'll just do that. So, like I said, if I'm a few seconds behind, it's literally because my chat thing on OBS just like fucking shit itself. Anyways. But yeah, no, like I said, like I'm the type of person, I'm a completionist. I want to understand, like, I guess the way my brain sees it as the full story, quote unquote. And, man, where's this little bitch? Alright, there she is. And what really pulled you in is people talking about having strong thematic writing and well handled. Okay, I will address that. I mean, obviously, there's no such thing as perfect representation And while I guess I'll get to it when I can. It's just, I just want to just talk about in general, about my overall feelings about the franchise, like what I've seen of, what I've experienced, and what I've seen thus far as a whole, and then I'll get to like the questions and all that. But like, I do think, like, I do enjoy it, but it very much feels like, here you go. It really does kind of feel like, I understand why they do it, and I don't fault anybody for this when I say this, so please don't misunderstand me, but when I like to complete, like, if I find something that I'm, like, really enamored with, yes, I'll be like, I guess the best way to put it is like, see the way I react towards Higurashi and the way I act towards Umineko. With Umineko, I want to devour everything I can. Like, I really want to get the manga one of these days, like the full manga, but that's extremely hard to get. So, yo ho, I'll have to depend on that. But as far as Higurashi, I feel like I got the full picture on that with what's been released. And so I understand there's a lot of side stories there. Fortunately for me, I'm not going to bother with it. Because at the end of the day, I got what I want. And which is the full story. Like, I want a beginning, middle, and end. Not necessarily in that order, mind you. Like, just as a way, just complete. The story is complete. Like, if people want to add more shit, they can. And, by all meanings, they do whatever the fuck they want. That's their characters. That's their franchise. That's their money. They could do whatever they want. So, like, at first, like, I guess this is the perfect example. Higurashi. Higurashi has its own Studio Dean anime, right? Well, they released Higurashi Go, or Go. I don't know how people would say that. But my point being is that I probably will not go to that. Like, I will, like, if I'm not going to read those side stories of Higurashi, I'm probably not going to, like, bother with Go, because it's additional information that I just don't really care. Like, I guess that's the best way to put it. I just don't care. You might check out one or two side stories, but yeah, same regarding Higu. You've heard so much bad shit about Go. Yeah, I've heard so much other shit, but, like, I've also have some mutuals who are very much like, oh, this is fine. And it's like, no, just say it's bad. It's okay to say when something is bad, or you don't like how a direction is going. I just choose not to interact with something if it's not going the way. I guess, like, if I feel like I got a complete story, then I'm probably gonna be satisfied. Again, with something like Umineko, that's purposefully left undone, like the way it is. And while some people may have issue with that, and I completely understand, I feel like I do have the whole story on that one. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna be, like, mad at someone to be like, oh, have you checked out this fan theory? To be honest with you, I'd be like, I don't really care. I mean, it's fun to have the theories, and it's fun to, mostly it's more fun to ship. I guess if I can have fun with it, if there's something for me to kind of like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and enjoy the thing. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy the thing, or, oh, look at this pretty art. Oh, look at this silly meme. Haha, this meme. Then yes, I'm gonna, like, that's gonna keep my enjoyment of the franchise or the media alive. That's what makes it a little bit easier. And I will admit, that is a little ADHD of me, and, hey, that's how it is. Personally, you don't want to watch Go, so that your enjoyment view of the characters won't get ruined. Yeah, that's essentially how I feel about it. Like, if it's gonna be something, if it's something that's not gonna, like, if it's not, I guess that's why I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna seek anything else out unless I really, really am curious enough, or I'll sit down and do it. Like, I'll do it on my own and all, but I think that overall for Fate Stay Night, it's definitely one of those franchises for me where it's like, Yeah, I keep hearing that, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna touch it as much as I want to, but sounds like a mess. And I hear there's a new Higurashi game anyway, so it's all moot. It's all moot. It is all moot. But yeah, like I said, the biggest issue for me though is just mostly, yeah, I'm just not if it doesn't keep my interest in a good way, like with Gal, and if it ruins characters like that, then I'm not gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? So now that I've danced around it enough, let me. Lucky for me, there's not a whole lot of side stuff to Fate Stay Night Universe, just an anime prequel and a fan disc. Okay, well, alright. that I guess that's all I can really ask for on that. So, in that case, that being said, let's get to the questions. Yay! Because I don't think anybody else is gonna come in. I've been not doing this like for so like long. That's completely fair. Like, I know I have very tumultuous feelings towards like, especially like the more popular one, because of course I fucking would, you know? Like I guess the thing that intimidates me most about the anime is, or like Fate Stay Night, is again all these like, oh, let's look at the you know, there's Fate Zero Alextria, there's all these extra Fate Stay Night VNs, and then I do want to read Tsukihime. That one I do want to do eventually, but I don't know if I want to do it on stream or if I just want to vibe, or I don't know. Regardless, okay, so let's go ahead and get into the questions that Laura sent me. That you're in here for. Okay, so which route is my favorite and why? Yes, you wink. Which was my favorite route? I'll be honest and just say that Heaven's Feel is probably my favorite, just for the fact that it actually feels a lot more complete than the other. It's kind of weird to say, and it's kind of going back to what I mean about like, okay, so it answers my questions. There's a complete story. It's a complete story. It definitely feels more complete. Like Saba, the Fate route was good for introduction. And the way I'm thinking about it is, I shouldn't think of it as his individual story. What I should think about these whatchamacallit, these routes as, okay, this is the Fate route is the beginning, the UBW is the rising climax, and the midpoint, and then Heaven's Feel is essentially everything else after that. That's probably how I should look at it, but my brain wants to see it as, no, these are complete stories with different points to them. And it's like, okay, you're right. And I think that's another reason why for me I wasn't as big a fan as UBW, is because it didn't feel there was an actual story to tell. It was just more like, here's Archer being backstabby and shit. You know, like, okay, so why? And I really did feel that for me, the why was never really answered. The Fate route was good. If I had to rank them, I definitely rank Heaven's Feel first. I definitely rank Heaven's Feel first, the Fate route second, and UBW last. And that's only going for me personally. I know some people are going to be tussling. I know some people are going to be butthurt at the fact, like, oh my god, I can't believe she doesn't like the action. Which, hold on now. I got words on that. But generally, I think the biggest problem for me, at least, as far as the routes go, that Heaven's Feel just feels like it answers all the questions that I have. Like, one, why is Sakura like this now that she's involved in the fight? Why is she, what is going on? Okay, what's going on is that her piece of shit grandpa was, was the one doing all this shit. And yes, she is a master. Technically, Ryder this whole time was Sakura's. But because Sakura wasn't directly involved and that she exits stage left and the other two, she didn't have to go through all of this. And the culmination of all of that happening, along with her issues with Rin, okay, I like that a lot. I actually like that a lot. And that's what I mean by it feels more complete, because there's a starting point, there's a midpoint, and there's the client. I guess the way I see it is the point of it all. The point of it all in Heaven's Feel is that essentially, Sakura has a lot of abuse. She has a lot of abuse going on in that household, and it wasn't her choice to be let go from her parents. They were just like, oh yeah, you want a kid, here you go, who cares, this isn't gonna damage her in some way. And they were so wrong. They were wrong. Oh my god, were they wrong? They were so wrong about that, to say the damn least. And it's heartbreaking, and it's good. And it's so fucking good. Holy shit. It's so good because it made me care. And that's the biggest thing. That is the biggest accomplishment any writer can do. Is that the writer... Okay, so I won't... that makes it seem like I didn't care about Sakura. It was hard for me to get as attached. At first I was like, okay, well, she's cute. Hey, and that's Laura's taste. That's those people who like Sakura. Hey, that's their taste. No judgment. And I'll tell you, and I'll let you know. And I'll let you know too that there's absolutely no judgment. I really don't care about like the damn waifu wars or nothing like that. It's not even that. It's not even just the fact I'm too old for this. I'm just like Ness. Now I know your actual taste. Yes. If you care about a character, it's for a reason. Exactly! You will just like a character for any other... there's nothing wrong with liking a character just because they're cute or whatever. You like their design. But I understand why you like Sakura so much now. That much I understand. And that is so valid. And... I really got to know Sakura. And I finally, and you were right, Laura. I did get what I want with Rin. Although I wish there was a little bit more. But it's fine. I'm not that much. I'm actually not even complaining about. As far as Rin's characterization go. It was just right. Yeah, it was just right. Obviously they can always do more, but it's fine. It's fine for what it is. And I'm just glad that it's not necessarily driven entirely by a man, so points for that. Like I said, the way I like the way they went about it, and I like the way they went about it in the sense where it's like, okay, well they finally get new gloves or shoes. No, those are gloves. But yeah, like I said, like I was saying, in Heaven's Field, there was absolutely a point to it. Fate, there was a point to it. It was introducing the whole serpent thing and, introducing us to Saba and all this and that. And that was good for me too. I really enjoyed Fate a lot, the Fate route in that aspect, just because, again, it got me to care about Saba. And if you can get me to give a shit about characters, then hey, you did your job as a writer. And of course, again, I know the bros are going to be upset, but I just could not get into UBW as well as everybody else can. I'm sorry, I just could not. And I'll get to more reasons why I feel the way I feel. Again, it's very complicated the way I feel about UBW. I don't consider, here's the thing. Here's one thing I want you to understand. I don't consider it a bad route. maybe if I did call it a bad route in a review, or if I said it somewhere else, I certainly don't mean it in a traditional sense. I really, really don't. It's just not for me. Like, it really isn't to me. Like, I just didn't care. I didn't care about Archer and his betrayal because because that shit was already set up from the get-go that it was eventually either was gonna happen or it's gonna be like, oh, he's a turncoat. Okay, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Whatever. Shrugs, move on, you know? But like, I just didn't necessarily care about the strife that Elia was exactly going through. Because, and I think I'm not going to talk about it here now, but it is one of the points that I do want to talk about, like, especially in regards to this series, or at least the visual novels. Again, this is strictly for the visual novels, and not for anime, nothing. Just strictly visual novels. I don't want no one to be like, oh my god. So, but yeah, like I said, though, oh, it's all the way up there? Okay. But as far as but yeah, like I said, maybe I shouldn't have used bad route if I had ever said that in that context before. Again, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Let me just clear this out. Because, like I said, I did care about Medea a lot. And for her, I guess to essentially pull the rug from under me, I was kind of like, what the fuck? You know, like, you build her up, and then you just take her away like that? Alright, go off, I guess. And I really did feel at that time where it's like, I felt like I shouldn't have cared. I felt like I was being, I think the reason why I was so mad too is I feel like I was being punished for caring about a character that, in retrospect, there was a lot to write home about. And so I think that's the biggest thing for me for UPW is, like I said, I just felt like I was being punished for, like, oh, how dare you, like, not so much how dare you care, it's just more like you're foolish for caring. It kind of felt like I was being made fun of almost for caring. Not so much Elia, I'll get to her when I get to her. But again, it's just more of, like I said, I just felt like I was being punished. Do I feel like she was treated that way? Yes. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the issue, is that I really felt that she was being treated like that. And that I was, then not only was the fact that, oh, you care about Medea, but it was also the fact that, like, oh, here, now she's gonna die, and ha ha ha, you should, how dare, you like this character, what about the action? So, I honestly just felt like a fool. And I was really aggressive towards that. I was mad. I was mad because I didn't get Rin. I was mad that I didn't, that I got that wool pulled over me. And that was, like, essentially an issue. Like, and I think it left me a little bit more confused. Because, again, I really didn't feel like UBW had a real point. Not that art shouldn't have, like, points or anything. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I guess if you're gonna do all this cinematic stuff, there has to be a reason. Like, if you're just doing it to be cool, alright, that's cool, I guess. But, like, if you're trying to present it in, like, oh, well, he felt bad about it, it's like, well, he sure didn't act like it. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like to me, and it felt like I was a fool for caring in that particular route. Versus, Saba's, and versus, whatchamacallit? Ah, shit, gotta get out the way. And, Heaven's Feel. UBW was about Shiro, and I guess facing the consequences of his idealism and personal. Yeah. And again, I just wish it was kind of done better. I don't know. I don't know what's the best way to. I don't know what's the best way to. But yeah, it shouldn't have been more about Rin. You won't argue there. And like, if it was supposed to be like about Shiro's ideals, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But it sure didn't feel like that. It just really did not feel like that. Like, it just felt more like, oh man, look at this badass man over here. Yeah, he's badass. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I don't question that. I'm not questioning that. I'm just asking you what the fucking point is. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt, I don't want to say, like, it just didn't sit right with me. And I think that's all I'm trying to say. Like, I guess maybe I don't see it the way other people do. Maybe that's, you know, I know everybody has their own interpretations of it and all. Like I said, I'm not going to argue. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to say whose interpretation is better. I'm just airing out my thoughts. As far as, like, you know, why I feel what I feel about the routes. I think that's probably what it is. I mean, I think maybe they showed their hand a little too early in terms of, like, or maybe they probably should have shown it better, I guess, in terms of, like, oh, they don't get along. Okay, thanks for telling me, so now you should show me that. You feel like it sucks more when the story focuses more on a character you don't give a... I think that's the issue. I feel, well, I do like Archer. I do. Like, I know I'm, like, being, like, really critical and all, but I genuinely do like Archer a lot. I'm just sassy, I guess. Like, let's say if the route was Kyrie, I fucking hate that guy, but damn, I will be captivated. I just kind of feel like Archer in general was done dirty in a way. Like, I feel like he wasn't as interesting to me as a character. Same with Shiro, and I think that doesn't help the fact that since we're in his head a lot... Man, who's attacking me? What the fuck? Alright. Alright, gotta put up an asylum. But as far as, like, you know, routes go, I'll definitely have to put UBW at the bottom. Definitely at the bottom for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to the next question. Because essentially I'm repeating myself, and yeah. Because, like I said, I feel what I feel about UBW. And I'm always gonna feel like this, and I better fucking heal. I think I'll get to that. I think what it is too, UBW kind of like enhanced the flaws that I feel that Fate Stay Night had in general. And again, I'm not trying to like take a shit on it. I'm really not. It's just I just felt there was a lot of weaknesses there. And I'll address that when I get to that question. So, yeah. So let's move on. So, who ended up being... You disliked Archer for a while because of his attitude in UBW, but you understood why he acted that way. Did I still think he's an ass? Absolutely. No, I get you. I really, really do. I mean, it can be done, and has been done. You know, people write about shitty characters all the time. And like I said, and I'll get to the issues when I talk about more like what I perceive to be the flaws of the visual novel itself. So yeah, like I said, I'll get to it. I'll get to it when I can. Alright, let me just get my thoughts in order. Take a drink. Ah, damn it, he paralyzed me. Okay, so who ended up being my favorite characters as far as Well, it's it's anybody's guess, or everybody knows. My girl is Rin. I love Rin. Everybody knows that. You know, nobody needs to, like, second guess or anything like that. I just love Rin. And I don't know, like, typically characters like Rin would annoy the fuck out of me. Especially when they're just like, oh, I'm a fucking know. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag everybody knows. Like, yeah, we know. That's literally a yeah, we know moment. But as far as Rin goes, like, usually those type of characters annoy the piss out of me. Just because it's like, oh, god damn, shut the fuck up. But the way they did her, she charmed me. You know, simple for the... She charmed me. That's all there really is to it. The next person that I liked, or I would rank on this list, is also Saba. I really like Saba a lot. Again, that's because I got to know her well, she was the first person that I got to know in the games, or yeah, that we all got to know first and foremost. She's an interesting character, and I'm actually kind of glad they didn't like do as much as they probably would have if this was in a any other franchise, because usually with characters like that, they're just like, oh, we're just going to we're just gonna force them on you, like, okay, she died, okay, that sucks, all right, we move on from it. Not really move on, but it's more like, okay, well, there's more important things going on than, you know, one servant's death or one servant's turncoat. And for that, I actually... Now, this is where I'm probably going to come off as hypocritical when I say that I didn't mind Saber's turncoats over here, because it did add quite a bit of dramatics in a good way. And it raised the stakes in a good way. Again, it was understandable. I understand why it happened. Well, not completely, but... It's fine, you know, okay, it's magic, it's magic. A wizard did it. And, you know, there were stakes, I guess the best way to put it is, like, results. I hate to say it like that, but there's, like, a reason for it, and it made sense in the grand scheme of things, in the story. And it's... Oh, fuck off. And, you know, I definitely enjoyed, I enjoyed her arc. And that made, and I think, just for the fact that Saba's, route was the first one, and I think that's what made it clinched on why it was so, like, oh my god, she, you know, she turned against us, sort of deal. And that was a good move. That much I actually really like. Like, okay, like, I care about this character. And she pulled a turncoat. And it was, I guess a better, again, it's just a better way. It's just a better way of, hold on. Now I know why Takuchi, yeah, no, I understand why now, yeah. And they're so valid for that. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, the way they did it was much better paced. I guess, is that the way? Yeah, I mean, she didn't really turn against us in UBW. It was just more like, alright, Shiro, I'll do this with you. I don't like it, but whatever. But, you know, I like what they did in Heaven's Feel. It made sense. I enjoyed that, and I'm glad they did that. 10 out of 10. But of course, you know, like I said, Ren, everybody already knows. I was actually debating on whether or not, actually, fuck it. I'll just say fuck it and say that, Sakura and Saba, I'll put them on the same tier. I'll put them on, the whatchamacallit. You know what? Yeah. I like them both about as equal. Like, at first, I usually, again, characters like Sakura would probably annoy the piss out of me in any other franchise. But the way she was done in Heaven's Feel is, again, feels like a complete story. She has a beginning. Well, again, I mean, it's not the typical 3-act structure, but it's just more like she had good character development. She has her reasons for liking Shiro. I don't quite understand it, but I think at the end of the day, I just don't like Shiro that much. I think that's the issue. I think we finally unlocked it. I think we unlocked the issue. I mean, I like him, but I'm just like, maybe not him as a main character, not him as a point of view. Yeah, basically, I'm just like, what do you see in him? I mean, girl, come on. Issei's right there. No. But yeah, I think we cracked the case. I just don't like Shiro that much. And again, I'll explain. But yeah, Sakura, she has, she has her own independent, like, okay, yes, it does involve a man. I mean, whatever. Some women are like that. But it makes sense for her character. It makes sense for her arc. She's been treated like shit, and Shiro, well, he doesn't. He just doesn't. He treats her like a good, like, at least in that arc, he treats her well. And, that's about all as I could say, as anything, as far as that goes. And again, like, she has her own, I mean, she has her issues, absolutely. And I'm glad that they were, like, I guess the best, I don't want to say properly addressed, because that's not a way you address your sister issues. Really? I mean, whatever. It works. It just works. It works. And that's what matters. And I think that's the whole point. That her arc worked for me. I gave a fuck about her. I gave a fuck about her well-being. And, yeah. No, I just like Sakura. Like, I really will put her on the same tier, like, the same second place level as Saber. Like, I like them a lot. And of course, I like my purple hair girl, so she already has a pass just for that. But I can't believe it's purple. I can't believe it's the worms that made her hair fucking purple. I hate it here. Speaking of hating, now let's talk about characters I fucking love to goddamn hate. And that includes, and this definitely includes, what's his bitch ass name? Kyrie. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I think you can, if you follow me on Twitch, you can actually, use the what the fuck god, or did I put it as a tier? I don't know. Regardless, he's there. And, oh, I hated Shinji, and though I only known him for like one route, I hate Soken. Oh my god. Like, it's not even like, it's, okay, it's for me to get to hate the characters, not even just like, oh, they're one note, they're this, they're that, they're whatever. And it's just like, okay. But I'm also like, god damn, this motherfucker is just evil. Like, the meme where the mermaid man is like, evil! Yeah, that's how I've been feeling about Zoken. But he was a deliciously evil character. Like, he was good for that. And I'm happy that we got to, well, I guess is the best way to put it, to experience it. Because, honestly, you need a big bad like that isn't fucking Gil. And Gil is fun. I really like Gil, but it's just more because he's hot. Like, that's really it. I know he's evil. I guess the Gil for me is that meme that I know he's a red flag, but I don't give a shit or whatever. Yeah, he's mine. He's my red flag. He's a whole banner. I don't give a shit. Like, I like him. I honestly do think he's big sexy and all. Oh god, I'm losing health. God, I fucking hate Kyrie. Oh my god, but honestly, he's such a good villain. Even if he is like a typical caricature of how people stereotype priests, And especially in anime, especially in, or at least Japanese media, it feels like. It's just like, yeah, you're a typical evil-ass bastard. But damn! Especially that final confrontation, though. Damn! I love it. That was so good. And I feel like, and I really like Shinji in the sense that he's a very tragic character. And I know, like, it's probably gonna sound silly saying it like this, but he really is a tragic character. And like, he fails on getting the magic from his mom and pops. I don't know what happened to them. We don't know what happened to him. To them, I should say. But, you know, we already know for the fact that, that, you know, he didn't get shit. Did I know that Nasu said he got inspired by Saonji from the Utena? Really? Yeah, it shows. It really shows. Nice fanfic. I mean, no, but he did a good job because I was like, I haven't watched Utena in like such a long time, so that's probably why it slipped my mind until you mentioned it. But no, it shows. It really, really does. But they did a good job. They did a really, really good job. They're both like pathetic, exactly, and they're both. Well, I don't remember much about Saionji. Well, as far as Shinji goes, I would definitely call him a tragic character because he had the opportunity to keep walking away. That he literally had that chance. If he had just walked away, if he not participated in the abuse, or at least like at some fucking point had been like, you know what, you're right, Shiro, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I mean, yeah, or whatever. Like, yeah, you're right, this is my sister, I shouldn't be doing that. But damn, son. Like, no, they're very pathetic, and like I said, I still say that that Shinji is very, again, he's a very tragic character. I don't respect that. I don't respect Shinji in the fucking slightest. But that's the whole point, though. You know, like, God, it is so good. It is so good because, like, it Hiroshi did a good job. He did a really, really, really good job. This is gonna hurt. Okay, yeah, that hurts. That was a bad idea. What the fuck is that? Just... Oh, no. I need to get over there. Okay. It's what being in a mage family and choosing to be a bad person does to... No, it really is. Like, he still had a choice. He had a choice up until Sakura fucking murdered his ass. And I don't feel bad. Well, I shouldn't say I don't feel bad. I think it's just more of like, well, you had your chance. That's your fuck up, dude. You know, it really... And I think, too, Shinji is also another good example of just kind of like, well, if you just kind of like let all this shit get to your head, this is what you'll essentially become. You'll become a pathetic worm. Like Shinji. Man, fuck off. Don't hit me. I ain't do shit to you. And that's wonderful. I love it. And I love that Zoken is such a one-note villain. Like, I'm glad that... Like, I want to... If there's any character I would woobify, I would woobify Shinji. But that's because I love learning about, like, family dynamics. And I love trying to understand family dynamics. Like, I eat that shit for breakfast. So, I fully admit this is a me thing. Like, I know, and I don't expect anybody to agree with this, but I eat family dynamic shit up. Give me all that family trauma. I definitely have enough of it. That is for sure. But, as far as any side characters, I do simp for Issei. Like, he's so, like, I love character types like him. I just love him so much. I still won't shut the fuck up about... I wish I had more to say. There, end of review. End of stream. No, I'm kidding. But like... Oh, fuck off. You won't leave me alone, will you? And I love that. And I love that. You know, there's like all these other little side characters too. I do like Medusa, and I love Ride, and I wish, I think, I don't know, and I'll get to that. I'll get to that part in my mind eventually, but I just really just want to say, as far as the side characters go, like, they serve their purpose. I love them. I will say that I wish I had more interaction with that teacher. Like, if he's such a, like, I wish we had, I mean, it would have been a little stereotypical, but at least if we had a little bit more time with the teacher. I forgot his, he's so like little to me in my head. I'm just like, I don't give a shit about his name. But I do, whatchamacallit, I do appreciate the fact that it was somebody, like, kind of close to us in a way, but I wish it was a little bit closer in terms of, like, oh, because, you know, you guys knew that I was suspicious of, like, anybody who had a damn sprite that I didn't recognize as, like, oh my god, they're a good person. Kazuki, thank you. Thank you, Laura. His bitch-ass name. What was it? Yeah, but yeah, the side characters are fun. I like the servants, obviously. I like Medea. And I like Ryder. Obviously, I like Saba. I love Lancer. Lancer was really good. I really, really liked. I mean, when I realized, like, his story, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I could change my mind as a treat. But I was disappointed, obviously, that he was gone. But I understand why, because it's not about him no more. And this, I think that's, I guess I'll get to that when I get to it. And I think that's, as far as characters go, that's really it. I like Kirisugu. I still have like a bazillion questions. None of them are answered right now as of this recording. Again, I may actually go through the side stuff, like the other Fate story on stream, just not right away, or at least not for a long while. And so if you're waiting for that, you might be waiting a while, but feel free to follow anyway for the Fate Stay Night emotes. So you'll at least have something to tide you over. What's it called? Oh, I'm trying to think. Any other side characters that oh, Taiga! How can I forget about Taiga? Now, I'm actually not that surprised I got attached to her super quick. Maybe it's because, like, I've been, like, getting into Nekocon. I've never played obviously. I know Laura retweeted a meme of Nekocon where they enter normal and they exit as Nekocon. And you said that, oh, I don't think people who like Nekocon played the game. Yeah, I'm one of them. I know you were talking about me, miss. It's cool. I don't give a shit. I just like her. I just think she's neat. I'm that Marge Simpson meme where she's like, I just think it's neat. That's literally me. Oh, Neko Arc. Oh, my bad. My bad. But yeah, I do like Taiga. She reminds me of Neko Arc. In a lot of ways, in a lot of good ways, so, you know, she can vibe. But I do love her too. Like, I know, like, she's the comically adult and all. But I genuinely do like her a lot. Like, I genuinely do like, I wish there was a little bit more to her. But I understand why. Again, not mad, not nothing, just, oh, I wish. Maybe in the tiger dens or in the bad ends, I guess. You love how the narrative still shows that serious times Shiro does care for her. Yeah, exactly. And I think he needed that, but I think with Heaven's Feel, I guess he really just needed Sakura to just kind of like ground him even more and stay realistic about the situation versus Fate Shiro. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. Like, I really don't have a lot to talk about the characters because I feel, because I guess the way I feel about it is that they're pretty much tied to the routes that they're in. Like, I do like Archer. I really, really like Archer. But I feel like they again, and I'll say this and I'll keep saying this over and over. Oh yeah, Elia. No, I did not talk about. I actually almost forgot about Elia. No, I did not talk about her. But let me talk about her. So Elia, I actually do like. I think I mentioned this on Twitter. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I think some people have seen it. But I pretty much wondered if there ever would be theoretically an Elia route. I would like to see that. I wouldn't be mad if they didn't do it, but it would be nice if they did that. I do wish there was more to her than just... Oh, there actually was supposed to be one? Did they cancel it? Or did they just get busy? I mean, valid either way is just... Because I would just like to have learned a little bit more about Elia. But they cut it out. Oh, so it was more of a money reason. Well, look at... All I'm going to say is look at Fate Stay Go. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me. Oh, I gotta sell this shit. Item comparison. Vitality is shit, though. How is this better okay. That's disappointing. But I do hope that they do reconsider, though. See, on the serious side, like, I do wish they would reconsider. Oh, it sounds much better. Yeah, this is way better. I'm just switch it just a bit. But like I said, I do hope they do consider it. Because that would be awesome. Well, not even just awesome, but I just genuinely would like to know more about Elia. Oh, yeah, that's that. I need to turn this shit in. So I really do hope that they do it. So they just kind of made it have its... Okay. Yeah, I noticed that, but I guess there just wasn't really much room to do all the things that they want to do. Because it still kind of fell a little short with me in terms of, like, that sort of development. I don't know. That makes sense, though. That does make sense. I guess, Elia, the servants. Oh, excuse me. Is it in Lily stream when I don't burn? No. I'm trying to think. You're just happy that they didn't make a route for her because... Yeah, and I think that's the weird part. I guess that'd be the only thing I'm kind of like hesitant on. Because I don't want to romance a child. Like, let's be fucking normal for fucking once. Holy shit. Like, I think now it's less likely they'll romance her. I fucking hope. You know? Because Fate is so big now that they don't need to add in the hentai part. Not just a child, but your sister. Exactly! Just your sis. You can't do that. That'd be weird. Nice. Oh, goddamn. Oh, whatever. Exactly. But yeah, she's my daughter, your sister. Like I said, I am pretty confident that if they do make a route with her, they won't romance her. They'll just keep it brotherly sister. Because, oof. I don't want to remember the time when when I got raided, right when Elia was like when we first met her in the Fate route, that was no fun. That was so fucking awkward, man. That was awful. Alright, any other characters? Did I forget anybody else? Like I said, Gil is hot. It was fun to hate the villains because they're villains, and I thought they did a really good job with that. Any other characters that I forgot? Laura? Because I don't want to leave anybody out. And then I don't want anybody in the comments going, oh, but what about X, Y, and Z? Oh, Kojiro! Well, he's part of the servants. But I wish we had more fun with him. I get why we didn't, but it's fine. Yeah. That's generally my thoughts on him. Just, I wish we spent more time with him, but I get it. I get it. It's because of the story. And I could see where and why. Yeah, mostly like how this franchise. Yes, exactly. Man of culture. I could definitely see why and how like this franchise took off the way it did. No, like I'm glad it did because there's really a lot that you could do with it. A lot of storytelling, a lot of angles you can look at this. You can look at it at, and I could definitely see the overall appeal as far as like even like from the macro to the minor. There's something for everyone. There truly is something for everyone, and I love that about Fate Stay Night. And I think for me, that's why I want to like kind of like take my time getting into like if I want to become a super fan, which I probably eventually will. If I'm a big fan of Ren, I'm more likely gonna be a bigger fan of Fate Stay Night anyway. Just a franchise in general. Am I gonna get? I'm just gonna keep doing it. But yeah, like I said, I could definitely see how people would get into it more. They would definitely like imagine or even want to imagine their favorite historical, fictional figures, mythical figures. Valid. So let's see. Next on my list. Next on this questionnaire. Are there any standalone moments in the game that I'm just like, wow, or even moments where I appreciate? Definitely Excalibur. Definitely, that shit was hype. I was fucking hype, man. I love it. I want more of it. It was so good. It was so great. I love it. No, that was such a good moment, especially since I was like the whole time. My favorite part of that whole thing, because I was just wondering, like, is she Joan of Arc? Was she Joan of Arc? Nope. She was she's fucking King Arthur. The voice acting made it even better. Yes, it did. Oh my god, did it make it better? It made it so much better. It was great. Everyone say thank you, Ayaku Kuwasumi. Yes, thank you, Ayaku Kawasumi, for your hard work. Another moment too, believe it or not, and I know some people are going to be surprised, when it's revealed that Archer is Emiya. Not even gonna lie, I freaked. I like that. That was great. Like, I know I give UBW a lot of shit, but that was a good moment. That was really good. I was like, God damn. What blew my mind the most was that I knew people could become servants, but I didn't realize it could be just like anybody. You're feeling you were spoiled on that twist beforehand. Oh no! That's no good, man. Where the fuck are these bitches? Oh no, I'm going opposite. Are y'all around the corner? Y'all are around the corner. Where y'all at? Oh. Saba probably up here. But I'm glad I wasn't spoiled for it, but that was still hype. I really like that. At least it helped you appreciate the foreshadow. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. That's a good way to see it. The, oh, hold on. Voice acting for the... Is there voice acting? I'll just shut up for a bit. Or are we just vibing? Oh yeah, and if you guys are here for the Final Fantasy 14, I'm in Stormblood now. I finally finished Heaven's Sword. Oh man, did we go to heaven with the ward? And boy, did I have Heaven's Feel. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna just skip it. Anyways. So what I was saying, I did like that part as much as I give as much shit to UPW. It does give me a lot more questions and answers. But I'll just take it as it is for right now, I guess. The foreshadowing was really good. Like, I honestly didn't even see that coming. It's another moment that I liked a lot. Rin, yeah. At the end of Heaven's Feel, with Rin and Sakura. Rin and Sakura, when they, like, essentially, like, bonded before Sakura could come out of her bullshit. I say it like that, but I just mean that before she came out from the dark side. I just call it that to make it easy on myself. But, I definitely love that moment the most. That... I think... that really, like, again, give me more of that family trauma shit. I love it. And for the fact that like, she really, like... It was just emotional. It was so good and emotional, and I don't even have a sister. I can't even imagine how those without sisters, or those with sisters, feel. And who have read this, and who have been touched by this. Because this is so good. I would definitely say the Excalibur was a high point in Fate, obviously. Because who could say no to that? Who could say that otherwise? Emiya. Oh, another thing about the Emiya, about UBW, I did like though, is Medea's story and her feelings and the culmination of all of that. Yeah, I really like the culmination of Medea, but at the end of the day, she still faced another tragedy of herself again because of this fucking stupid servant war. Hold on a second, I gotta turn on the light. It's dark in here. yeah, that was also a good point. That was another high point for me, I felt. Ow. And if there's anything else, like, in general that I did like, I really did like all. And I don't mean just, like, one or two. But I mean all of the revelations of Kyrie and his bullshit. I really like the fact that his motivations wasn't. I mean, yes, it did feel like it was only one thing, but it really was paced. It was written, and it was done in a way that was just so good. Like, I already had reasons to hate Kyrie. I already did. Like, that much, like, you know, you can't deny that he's a pretty fucked up piece of shit. But the way that it just kept coming out on how awful he is, it was so good, because it's literally like, how can this motherfucker get any worse? I know if Ash were here, they would be like, that's their man and all that, but like, man is the epitome of red flags. Now, where are you, bitch? There you are. But he is such a good villain. I wish I could write a villain like that, especially spanning across three routes. Where the hell is that bastard? But no, like, that is where they go, like, when in the Fate route, it was the orphans. I forgot what the... Oh, he's right there. Right in the head. Hell yeah! Knock that bastard down. It was... I mean, he was using the orphans as a way to basically, for Gil. And then, again, just for, like... I forgot what the second, like, his motivation for the second one was. Fuck. But I know it was big. Obviously. Like, he's the main bad guy in that one. Do you remember Laura? Michael Mans? But I obviously, like, for the fact that I saw a meme where, and you probably saw it as a thumbnail on the YouTube video, but it's just, oh, I need to do this again. You're at, oh, fuck. Sorry, I was asking about, whatchamacallit. I was asking about what Kyrie did in the UBW. Yes, about Kyrie. What he did in the UBW. And I know he did some shit. Yes. That. Yeah, that fucked me up. And then he's basically the priest who doesn't want the girl to have an abortion. I hate it here. No, he well, he was using the kids to kill Gil. Not kill Gil, to use Gil. But yeah, he did that. But he's such a deliciously good villain. I love it. It was so good. He did such a good job on that. Oh, no, don't chase me. Leave me alone. Okay, so I think that's about all that I can think of right now. Also, the arm thing. I like the arm thing. Like, that was a good standalone moment when I think we talked about this before in the Discord, Laura, but I still lose my shit when I think about Danganronpa fucking Shiro. I still lose my fucking shit about that because it was so like, I just honestly did not expect him to look like that. Like, what? I was like, okay, I know you told me that in the original Truin, you know, Sakura is just like, oh, I'm just gonna be forlorn and wait for Shiro. And I'm glad they changed their mind. I would rather lose my shit than actually, like, be physically upset that Sakura didn't get the happy ending that she wanted. At least with the Danganronpa ending, she got her mans. So, that was a good standalone moment. Oh, it's still like the. Oh, so it's just a normal end, but the original true end I should have said. But you get my point. You know what I'm trying to say. But I don't like that ending. Nope, I don't acknowledge it. I just acknowledge the Danganronpa ending. It's so silly. I love it. I'm trying to think. Is there any other standalone moments that I just like got real hype for? When Zolkin dies, that was pretty good. Danganronpa before Danganronpa. I can't believe Nasu Takeuchi invented Danganronpa before Danganronpa did. I gotta do this dumb shit again. Fine. Is Takeuchi the artist? I keep forgetting. My bad. I'm so forgetful. Oh my god. Then again, I have like a bazillion things on my mind. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the heart of the matter. We're gonna talk about the flaws that I perceive in the game. Oh shit. Shut your bitch ass up. Okay, so we're gonna get to the flaws. So, I know how the game was meant to be, but the day-to-day stuff I felt really bogged down on a lot of the action, especially by oh fuck, oh, was I supposed to go? Where the hell are you, Jerry? You jitty. The day-to-day stuff, especially by whatchamacallit, Heaven's Feel, really bogged me down by a lot. I was honestly, I could actually feel myself getting bored. Cause there's like shit going on, and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna have another day of rice and staring at each other awkwardly and not communicating, and oh, Rin is being like this, and I understand why they had to do it. I understand why. And I understand that they were trying to start building up the whole Rin Sakura thing, but I kind of feel like they should have really done it in the beginning portion to kind of start setting up, because by the time that we get to Heaven's Feel, it's already kind of old hat, you know? Like, I don't know, like, it just felt like it, like, once it hit, and it hit well. But damn, the slice of life stuff was getting really hard to get through. Initially it was fine. UBW wasn't as bad. Fate was perfectly fine. But like I said, for Heaven's Feel, it just, I don't know, it just felt really hard to get through. And I know there's a lot of people that do like the slice of life. And again, I don't mind it. It's fine. But it just... I guess it's the reason why you have slice of life in Higurashi Arc 7. But that's probably not a good comparison. I think the better comparison would be like the first 4 arcs or so. Where you go through their day-to-day life. And you're like, okay, this is when it happens, and this is what happens. This is what they do. Okay, some stuff, other stuff happens. But when you get to the next one, it's like they just cut that bullshit out. They just cut that parts out. The stuff that you already seen is cut out. You don't need to worry about going. I mean, they do sort of do that, like in the beginning, but they do just kind of like, all right, let's speed this shit up. You know, and I think, and I'll be honest, like I'm really spoiled with that aspect in this, because if Fate Stay Night had done that or something different, nice, we leveled up. I got new gloves. Hell fucking yeah. Look at Feifei. But yeah, like I said, what really bogged it down for me is just for the fact it just kept repeating, and it's like, please, let me live. Where the fuck are my job quests? And I think that's just essentially what it is. It just really, like, especially since it was the final game, I was literally starting to think like, is anything gonna happen? Is anything gonna happen, or are we just gonna sit here and eat our rice again? Like, come on, let's go. Let's get this story going. You know, let's get this going, cuz like they were all like they were building up so much about Sakura being the shadow, and I kind of think and I think the fact that it just kind of it bogged down the way it did just really felt like, okay, I figured it out already, get to the point. So that really irritated me a lot, just cuz again, it was just like repeating itself. It's this, it's that, na. Where do I get this? Why do I need to look this up, Square Enix? Just tell me. Anyways. But yeah, so let's move on to another part, another aspect, that I perceive to be a flaw. Shira's bullshit essentially, and I think this is just the main character syndrome, and I think that's what happens when you have these type of stories, because you really do need I feel like, I mean, I'm sure there may be a way to balance I think Rin might be the best, should have been the way to go as far as main characters. It's one of those situations for me where it's like the side characters are more interesting than the main character, and especially since we're in Shiro's head lot, and I'll probably go into this more with the interview that Laura sent me about Nasu feeling the way he does, and I'm like, okay, fair. Hold on, I'm looking something up real quick. I'm just trying to find some quest stuff for Feifei. The fringes. Where's the fringes? Anyways, sorry. But yeah, I think that it really bogged down a lot in terms of, like, as far as having Shiro being the main character. I mean, that's fine, I suppose. It's just very, like I said, it's again one of those issues where it's just one of those issues where, again, the surrounding characters are more interesting than him. And I think that probably makes the day-to-day stuff even worse for me, just for the fact, again, that he is the main character. So if he doesn't do shit, then we don't get to see shit. How do I feel about him? I feel like I actually like Keiichi a lot better, because Keiichi is the kind of guy that he's curious. Like, I like curious. Like, he's a more active main character, and Shiro is way more passive. And I think that's the issue why I don't like Shiro as much as, like, maybe other people do. And man, where the fuck is this bitch, man? But yeah, like I said, I do, whatchamacallit, Keiichi is definitely a lot more, he is a lot more active than Shiro is. And I think that's the biggest problem, is because he actually does things, like, it's stupid stuff, it's stupid things that he does, but that's fine. That's what main characters are supposed to do. They're supposed to kind of, like, do stupid shit. And they're supposed to kind of, like, get themselves into trouble. Well, Shiro, like, oh yeah, one night he just quote-unquote accidentally summons a King fucking Arthur in his fucking workshop because of his adoptive dad. Now, I know a lot of people have, like, different arguments on what the best method is, but and I guess I'll just add to it because I don't know what else to say, say, but I do think that Keiichi is like I said, he's just a lot more active than Shiro is. And I think that definitely adds a lot of likability, because Shiro tends to just kind of, like, sit around and twirl his thumbs. Keiichi, for all his intentions, he just gets up and does shit, even if he doesn't think that, even if it's silly. It's silly when, like when he riles up the baseball team, for example. That's a good way to show that he's good at building up crowds, that he's good at getting the crowd together to believe in something, even if it's as silly as, oh, we're gonna get ice cream and get naked chicks or whatever, and it shows that, especially when during the whole thing with the child services, you believe him. You believe that Keiichi can get the people to rally behind him and to basically get Satoko out of her uncle's clutches, essentially. And I think that's the biggest difference, is that Shiro, he's very passive. He's very like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then he just wastes a day just kind of like fucking around, it feels like. And to me, I'm just like, okay, I'm sure you have your reasons to do that. And I think this is more glaringly obvious in the first route. And I think this is also a big point of UBW as well, is that he just kind of waits around for shit to happen. Like, they tell us that's just mental illness, to be fair. Well, yeah, I suppose that's the point of it all. And I guess, I don't know, like, now I feel like I'm insulting, like, the fact that it's about mental illness, and though I'm mentally ill myself, I'm just saying, oh, this is not good representation. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just, I guess maybe I'm just not a fan I guess maybe I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I feel like he's just like way too passive for me. Or that could be Nasu trying to get to the point of, okay, he's mentally ill, that he, you know, he has this justice system and all this and that. But honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even see it that much either. That's what I mean. Like, they showed in Higurashi. No, you get me. He was half joking, but you're just like Shiro wasting his day. Same. Yeah, and I think another issue too is just like, he's like, yeah, I'm for justice, but the only person he really stood up for was Sakura, and that was like not even until like maybe the last route. And I understand that is like a mental illness thing, and that's just like him building himself up, but I really feel that it could have been done a lot better. And I guess for that, I'm just like, you're like, and maybe that's the point. That, oh, you know, he's feeling like shit. He's not a hero, so he can't do shit. That he can't be a rescuer, blah blah blah. But once someone's in danger, he'll put himself into it. But I'm just like, well, I kind of feel like someone like that, he would probably be a lot more scarred up. Not just like, oh yeah, I just vibe in my shed all day and call myself a hero. And I'm not to say that it isn't like a real mental illness thing, because it definitely is. I just like, for the sake of the story, for the sake of the story. And I think this kind of like boils down to what I really feel like I'm trying to say, is that I feel like I'm missing a lot more information from the stories than just, oh, Shiro's not, like, I know more than enough. He is scarred up, so though it's not just aware of it himself. Well, I'm not necessarily talking about the mental scars. I'm more so talking about like more physical scars, more like, like you could see him, like maybe like, oh, I went to work today and there is an asshole at work. Okay, this is an example of Shiro like putting himself into a lot of physical danger. It's not said outright, but that doesn't mean... And I think that kind of alludes to my point, too, that there's a lot of information missing. I feel like... I understand because of the nature of the games, and especially back then, and especially in the way they had to try to sell it. They had to basically make him the self-insert. They had to essentially make him enough for the players to insert themselves, so they can, do the sex with the cute girlies. And I understand, like, I really do. And I think because the hentai really made it, his pain with Archer's arm was no, it was, and I enjoyed that. Okay, that's weird to say, but I did, because that tells me, and especially since he kept using it, that showed me way more of his character than what it had been in the other chapters, or the other routes, I should say. And it's like, okay, now you're showing me that he doesn't give a fuck, that he literally does not give a fuck, that he's willing to destroy his entire body from head to toe for someone. And I like that. And I wish I had that information sooner. But again, I realize a lot of it too has to do with the fact that, one, the point at the time of release, the point of it was that porn. Simple as that. And again, not judging. I don't care. But I think the hentai hurt the storytelling way more then maybe I then because look, when you're writing hentai, no, I know, and that's what I mean, and I could see where they're going with some of the stuff, but I also kind of feel like even without the porn, it still feels that I don't have enough information about the characters. Like it's hard to describe the feeling that I have, because it's not about the porn. It's just about the fact that there's just some information that is missing. As in, like, not just the whole, like, having Shiro being scarred up, but just, like, more information about Kiritsugu, for example. I'm not asking for, like, a whole biography. I'm asking for more, like, you know, like, just more information. Like, I really feel that there was a lot of information missing. And I can't even, I'm not explaining it well. I'm really not. Because it just, okay, like I was saying with Higurashi, when you read arcs 1 through 8, you get a full story. Right? You understand what's going on eventually. And you go, that's why Fate Zero exists. But I guess this is like, okay, this is kind of a problem I've always had with anime in general. But why not just explain it right then? Or rather, like, if you have to, like, split it up as part of the story. You know, like, when books, I guess yeah, Higurashi's, like, the best example that I have. When it comes to, like, finding, like, when it comes to, Higurashi, I think, did a really good job with this, in the sense where they, basically what they did, they told the story in 8 different parts. And while there's still not everything needs to be explained. Like, I don't need to understand why, Hanyu, came to, has blessed the, Furuda, line as much as she had. That part doesn't really matter to me. What matters is what's going on. Okay, what do we need to do to get, to get past this? Okay, so Keiichi needs to stop making stupid decisions. Fair enough. And, and then what else do we need to do? Okay, we need to find the culprit. So the culprit is found out. We need to find out the culprit. We need people outside the village, inside the village, key players to help make this miracle happen. And it builds up. And the way I feel about Fate Stay Night, and I think this is in part of the whole, issues I have with the slice of life, is that time could have been used to help kind of explain things a little bit more, especially about the servants and the whole Magi world, the whole Magi war. So it doesn't feel like whenever Rin does talk about it, well, guess what? It doesn't feel like such an info dump. Ever since Tsukihime, when Natsu makes stuff, he always has at least one more installment in mind for, and that's perfectly fine. I guess the issues isn't so much that, there's too many installments. I mean, for fuck's sake, I read 8 arcs of both Umineko and Higurashi. And I'm willing to read more material if it means I understand the story a little bit more. And that's why I say that that's the kind of person I am. I love reading the side stuff. I love, understanding the things a bit more. But I guess, like, the problem with anime in general, like, even, like, I think the biggest one is, like, maybe Clannad. They go, we'll explain everything in the 2nd season. And it's like, why can't y'all just explain it now, though? Like, huh? And I think that's the thing about it, is that when they do info dumps, it's a dope, and I get lost in translation, literally, and that's why I'm always like, wait, so this is just basically X, Y, and Z, because I need it simplified. Because at the end of the day, they're just, it's a lot, man. And I'm glad that whatchamacallit, that Nasu is able to be like, okay, so here are some things. Here are some things, but we're not talking about the anime. I don't know if it's the same thing as waiting for Umineko chapters. And I guess I'm not explaining myself right. The issue isn't so much that there are multiple routes. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. And I'm not mad or anything. I'm just trying to explain. I think what I'm trying to say is that the pacing is off. I think ultimately that's what I'm trying to say. Because Higurashi is not perfect. Umineko is not perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. But at least in my view, the pacing in those stories are a lot better in terms of when and how information is revealed. Because of how Fate Stay Night was originally made hentai in order to be sold, the hentai portion, it takes away a lot of the pacing for me. And I think that's the reason why I feel what I feel about the slice of life, about the information, like just learning about this. Excuse me. And maybe that's ultimately why I'm not as big as a fan of Shiro, because the pacing feels very off to me. I think I'm only bringing up the Edo portion because a lot of the times, at least in my experience of Eroge games, are just, that tends to be more of the focus of the game, more so than the plot. With routes, I think my problem might be with the fact this is a dating sim type game with routes where you get to date a heroine. But the thing is, it's not necessarily the case. I do want to say pacing is a big part of it. Maybe I'm just not articulate with what I actually feel like. The focus is not the issue. The focus on the girls themselves is not the issue. It really isn't. Like, it really, really is not the issue. I don't know, like, I think the best way for me to say it right now is just the pacing. The pacing of which, when information is said, when the information is expanded upon, and how. And I think maybe that's just really the issue that I have. And I think maybe the reason why I'm bringing up the porn aspect is because, and I think I'm not really blaming it. I'm trying not to make it seem like I'm blaming something. But it just feels like there's a lot of unintentional themes Nasu was trying to hit on, but didn't really, like, go all the way in. Like, he wants to talk about mental illness. Does he, though? And that's where I get confused. I think... I guess maybe it's just really uncomfortable for me in terms of, like... I know I played the version with the hentai games, but knowing when specific parts are, like, for hentai games, or, like, for the hentai portion, I think maybe no one... maybe I shouldn't have known... Maybe when I had asked, hey, is this where the hentai parts happen? And people go, yeah. Maybe I never should have asked. Because I feel like I just can't articulate it. Like, I'm definitely not sex repulsed. It just feels very awkward, a lot of these scenes. Even with the hentai taken out, it just feels very, very awkward. I don't mind the dating sim portion. Like I said, I just can't explain it. But something about that particular part just doesn't click with me as well as maybe it clicks with other people. And that's why maybe for me, I'm just like, I can't quite reach it. There isn't, like, I don't want anybody to think that I think that, oh, there's sex in it, that's why it's bad, that's why I feel that way. Like, no, that's not what it is. It really isn't the hentai. But I just feel like the hentai does have something to do with how I feel. Like, how I feel like it just kind of like, I don't want to say warped. Because you already think that I think bad about the hentai, which I don't. I really, really don't. I just can't articulate it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, like... I don't know what am I supposed to do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, I gotta heal. And I think that ties into the fact that I feel like Nasu... Yeah, it just feels very off to me. Yep, I failed. God damn it. I don't even know what to do here. Like, it's not the seams that... I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. Yeah. I don't know, like I said, I just can't articulate it, but there it is. I just don't want anybody to think that I'm against the hentai, because I'm really not. Like, I really don't have nothing against that. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I don't know if I'm ever gonna tackle it in the future. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all got, like, the way they did it in Heaven's Feel felt a little bit more natural. Because she was, like, kind of dealing with a lot of, like... It definitely feels like... it definitely feels more natural of a place for that. These things need to fuck off. To be honest, that's basically how the HCs feel too. More natural in Sakura's route, but not so much in the other. It just feels very obligatory. I don't know, like, I'm gonna just leave this conversation as it is because I really don't know how else to articulate it. I mean, maybe one day I'll be able to articulate it, but for right now, maybe not. I don't know, because I just don't, because I feel like I'm trying, like, I know someone's gonna get big mad, thinking I'm like, oh, I don't like X, Y, Z, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. But, and I think it's more to the point too that it just really feels like Nasu has a lot of things to say, but I don't know if he intended to say it. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to like insult the game or nothing. It's just, there's just something about it that I'm just like, I can't put my finger on it without using harsh words, and I don't want to use harsh words because that's not the right words to use. You know, like, English is a fucking language. It really is. I hate it sometimes when it's like this. I'm tired. Can I like use that shit on you? Where the fuck is Selfie then? Yeah, like I said, it's a very complicated field, but more so to the point that I honestly do, like, I feel like Nasu has a lot of unintentional things to say, but I just feel like he just isn't quite there either. And again, this kind of goes back to what I was saying about, like, it's just very complicated how I really feel. And that's why I say, like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that he wants to say, but just hasn't been able to go all the way because of XYZ. And again, I don't want to blame it on the porn. Maybe it's the scope at the time. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you misunderstand me, and I guess after all these disclaimers, I'ma just like leave it at that because I can't explain myself any further, and I don't wanna play a guessing game with people. I don't wanna play a guessing game with myself because I honestly don't even know what I like. It's hard to say. It really is. There are a lot of people who also don't like those scenes, but the usual argument is because the sex scenes made more sense. Oh, so they're just horny. No judgment, but I don't know. Maybe, I hate to say it, I probably would have to see I would have to watch the original scene, and maybe I can better, I will be better equipped to say how I feel. Because Sakura, I guess, the pacing, like, the pacing is definitely something I have an issue with. But it's a little bit more than that. It's about, like, how information is exposited. And I think essentially that's really what it is. It's just the pacing, and I'm just trying to add 1,001 disclaimers to it just so everybody's on the same page as I am, but I don't think I'm on the same page as I am because I can't understand I understand what I'm trying to say, but I just can't say it because English is hard and there's so many words. But it's definitely, I don't think the sex scenes would make it better, but I am actually very curious, not on a horny level, but just on a narrative level. Like, I guess maybe that'll put into better words. So I just want to move on. So, are there any things I want to see more out of the game? I mentioned that like with Elia, especially Elia, I wanted to learn more about the servants maybe, but again, that comes with the territory. So I'm not too mad about that, but Elia definitely I wish I wish we had more of the information. Like, I really want to learn more about Elia in general, and I wish I had a proper Rin route. Like, yes, while I did learn a lot about Rin in Heaven's Field, I want to learn more about the Tosaka family, I guess, from her perspective. And I think that's what I'm trying to say, is that I want to learn more. Like, if I guess it's more of like, okay, I'm in this girl's route, so why can't I learn more about her? You know what I mean? That's why I say I liked Fate, because Saba, I learned a lot more about Saba and her direction. Okay, cool. I learned a lot more in Sakura's direction. Okay, cool. And I think this makes more sense on what I'm saying by missing information. Because I want to learn about Elia more. I want to learn about Rin more. Because usually, even in dating sims, you pretty much get the whole story from beginning to end in these dating sims, and I think that's the crux of it. I think we cracked the code. I think we got it. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm not gonna let go. Like, in Kiritsugu, like what you said, yes, there is Fate Zero. Alright, fine. I'll eventually watch it now that I have this knowledge of the original visual novel. Then yeah, I'll probably be able to watch it and understand more. But I think that's what I've been trying to say, is that, like, especially for UBW, and that's why UBW made me so fucking mad, is because it almost like it tricked me. It tricked me into thinking that this is going to be Rin's route, just like how Saba and Sakura got their own routes, but because Rin is the one that you do with, it's like you don't get to know her that much. It's like, oh, you thought we were gonna get to know Rin? Nah, man. We're gonna talk about Archer. We're gonna talk about, Shiro and how he is Archer. And I'm just like, but I don't. Okay, that's cool. That really is cool. But what? Hopefully that makes it a lot more clear. But I actually, believe it or not, and this is surprising, even coming from me, I wouldn't mind more action. In terms of like, fighting. I was surprised how little fighting there was compared. Okay, maybe there is a lot more fighting than I remember. But definitely, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit more action would have been nice. Again, the slice of life did bog me down by a lot. I'm doing my best I can. Like, I really like this. Like, I really don't want people to misunderstand. Oh shit. That's it? Oh, okay. Alrighty. That's it. That's it for the job quest. Cool. Love it. Now I get to go back to where I need to go. But yeah, like I said though, nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I think in general too, oh. Okay. Okay, this outfit isn't too bad. We can dig it. Just adding more clothes to her. But I do believe though that like I said, believe it or not, I actually wouldn't have minded more action in it. Like, I think it would have helped the pacing along. No, I can't wear that no more. That's boo. I'll just, whenever I get to my retainer, I'll drop it off. One day she'll wear a hat. But yeah, like I said, I feel like there actually surprisingly little, no, not Okra. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, shit. Oh, well. What else? I actually want a cookbook. I really want the cookbook. Where is the cookbook? Where is the cookbook, Type Moon? I honestly would want a cookbook. I would actually unironically get it. I'm sure. I know, like, all y'all have been, like, explaining to me over and over how, you know, God, this looks so big on her. I know everyone's been telling me this whole time, like, Lily, there's none. I know, but I'm just saying. I would like it. I would like to have one. And if there's any announcement for one, Type Moon, we are manifesting it. Like, I would love, like, the food described in the visual novel made me hungry every damn time. I love fish. And I'm always a sucker for, like, although I will say that the time where Kyrie was eating so fucking, what's that shit? Though Kyrie was, like, pretty much talking about, like, eating mapo tofu, that was the only part I was like, ugh. But then again, it's Kyrie. He's a terrible person. But no, I do like this game a lot. Don't let my criticism, like, fool you into thinking I'm just harsher than I sound. That's all it really is. I'm just meaner than I sound. Wait. I sound meaner than I am. That's better. I say English is so fucky. God damn. But no, I definitely would have liked to see more of Elia. I really do hope that if they do ever bring this game to the West officially, that Elia will get. They will be a additional route with Elia. I really want Elia. I want to learn more about her. I want to understand that perspective a little bit more. Actually, I would be even more okay if they added more information about Tosaka's family. Now, because they made it such a big deal in UBW, it didn't hit me as much as, oh shit, you know, Kyrie's using kids to power up his fucking Barbie doll? Or even, oh shit, you know, Sakura is carrying the evil seed of evil? And you know, that is intense. That it was good. That was excellent. I love it. I want more of it. But when they were talking about what's it called? Rin getting killed by Rin's dad getting killed by Kyrie. I literally had to ask, like, oh yeah, what happened? I forgot. Unless they decide to make a Fate Stay Night remake, I don't think I should realistically. No, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm cool. I'm not like, oh, if they don't do that, they'll do this. I'm just like, it would be nice. Like, that's it. Just, it would be nice. What else? What else do I want? Or would I like to see more of? I actually would like to see. Well, speaking of a Fate Stay Night rewrite, if they actually do a rewrite, I would not mind. I would not mind it if Nasu, is able to edit out, or if they do a Fate Stay Night remake, I want Nasu to achieve his dream of writing Shiro the way he really, really wanted to. The only episode content at this point. It's just a Fate Route anime by the Demon Slayer people. Oh, okay. That's cool. I mean, like I said, I'll probably watch the anime later. I'll probably play that one game later. Like I said, don't let my harsh words fool you. I really do like it. I do like it a lot, and I do believe that if you're a type of person that isn't as, like, if you like slice of life, if you like cute anime girls, and if you do like a good look and introspection on PTSD, especially after a major trauma that Shiro has gone through. I honestly do think that people should give this an honest read. Like I said, like I know I sound really harsh and I'm like criticizing it to hell and back, but I'm a lot nicer than you think. I'm just sassy. That's all it really is. I got the big mouth and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate comments because nobody watches to the end or they watch later or whatever. It's fine. Whatever. I'll just ignore them. As long as you, Laura, and anybody else in chat understands what I'm trying to say, that's all that really matters to me. Do I need to put it on? Ugh, at least, like, make it... Okay, but she looks cute as fuck. I hate uniforms, though. I mean, not uniforms. I hate soldier uniforms. Now to the next question. Any tracks from the OST that I liked? Oh, I have quite a bit. I love Church on a Hill, The End of Reminiscence, Ever Present Feeling, which we all know, Elia, ironic considering all what I said, Lorelei, Troublemakers, Witching Hour, and Burst Up. Those are fucking hype. The other ones are good. I like it, like, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. What do I need to do? Okay, so I need to go to the guards. Wait, what? Why is it red? Why is it red? But yeah, no, I actually do like a lot of the OST. I really, again, like, I do enjoy I did get hype. I love I do love the girl. I love the characters. I guess the way I kind of feel about it, like, if you find me more if you find me more blasé about the characters or the story, then, you know, it's probably not gonna leave as much of an imprint for me. But just for the fact that I'm like, hey, I really would have liked it to have more, information, and I want to care about the characters. You know, they still got something done. Something is done right, because I do care about the character. I'm just not speaking well. Oh my god, Mercury retrograde is fucking up my communication. Man, fuck off. Ooh. So yeah, I do like, so I was handed an article about how Nasu doesn't like Shiro from Fate Route, and I'm kind of glad. It kind of makes it, not kind of, but it does make me happy knowing that, you know, even the creator himself is like, I don't think we should have done that, and I appreciate that. Like, it takes a lot, like, not a lot of not a lot of creators or writers of, especially of major, like, franchises to kind of come out and say, yeah, that was shit. Or even, like, it wasn't so good. Oh, I wish I could have done it better. You know, just for the fact that he says that earns a little bit of my respect for him. I guess, yeah, he earns a little bit more respect on that end. And so, you know, like I said, I may come off as harsh and such, but I do enjoy it. I guess the best way to think of it too is I wouldn't be criticizing it if I didn't love it at some capacity. Like, yes, I do gush about Umineko a lot. I do gush about Higurashi, but there are definitely some flaws that, you know, Higurashi is, for what it's worth, there are a lot of flaws. Again, they definitely have some fucking oh shit, am I not wearing the boots or pants? Oh, I'm not wearing it. I'm changing it. I'm changing right in front. Oh, yeah. Is this not enough? Is this not enough? Oh, okay. Stupid, whatever. wearing all the shit that they told me to. Am I not? Am I not wearing... Oh, am I not wearing a glove? That's so stupid. But yeah, yeah, like I was saying though, like, don't take it to heart, really, that I'm criticizing it to be an asshole or anything, because I do thoroughly enjoy the series a lot, and I am willing to sit down again and read another whatchamacallit, another Fate Stay Night visual novel, but it just won't be for a while. I just gotta be kind to myself and all this and that. You know, like, I really, really do enjoy it, and I really... I just have a lot to say about it, really. As far as any personal final thoughts, I really do enjoy the series a lot, as I've been saying. I do have questions, like, sometimes I see Rin as Ishtar. I don't know what the fuck that is, and that kind of, like, contributes to the fact that... that I still feel like I have a lot of pieces missing, but at this point, I'm just like, okay, that's probably just supplementary, and that's just, like, extra, and if I'm gonna seek it out, I'm just gonna do it on my own time. Oh, it has nothing to do with her character? Oh, okay, well, yeah, see, this is why I say I'm a completionist, and I see shit like that, and I just get so confused. I'm like, what? Is that part of the main franchise, or what? Oh, stop kidding me. But yeah, like, I do like it. I do care about the characters a lot, and I'm glad that I, you know, that I read it. I don't regret any of it. There's some things I know I definitely could have done better, that is for sure. I mean, no arguments there. But as far as like the characters are concerned, like, I love the characters. I love Rin so much, and I'm so glad that, like, I was able to play this game to actually know her. But I wish I got to know her a little bit more than just your average info dumper. You know, your local expository. Hey, where's your bitch ass at? Well, it does kind of, but it won't add. Oh, okay. Well, again, that's supplementary stuff that I'm just like, I'll just worry about it later. If I'm curious, I'll ask. Or look it up, I guess. I don't know. But as far as, like, the main three, like, I'm glad. I really have no regrets. Reading it, and I'm, you know. I mean, do you guys have any final questions? Or if you guys want me to expand on anything else? Or... Oh, fuck off. Not you guys. Talk about Beast. Because, like I said, I do foresee myself, like, getting Rin merchandise. In fact, I have a Rin necklace. And I do have a Saba plushie, and I still want the Saba raincoat one. I do want to get a Sakura one, and I want to get a Rin. Like, I really do, I enjoy the characters, but I feel like I'm missing the point just because I like the characters, I feel like I'm cheating. While you appreciate my input at the same time, it kind of feels like I'm going, never ask for anything again. Well, no, like, feel free to tell me to get into stuff, like, recommend me stuff. It's fine. It's just, I guess maybe I'm just past the age demographic for it, and I think that's what the issue. I think at the end of the day, I think that's really what the main issue is that maybe I really should have gotten more into it when I was younger, or maybe when it came out. Maybe I think that's more likely. because I see as the adult me, I'm able to see like a little bit more flaws. I'm able to see narrative stuff. I'm able to, and especially as a writer too, I'm able to see a lot of things, and I'm just like, okay, well maybe that's not that good, you know. Like I said, don't take it to heart that I feel the way I feel, because I do like it. I really do. It's not coming out clear because I am not phrasing things right. Like, I think if I were younger, at least 20s, like maybe around your age range, Laura, I think I would be able to appreciate it more. I think maybe I'm just old and more critical. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, that's totally fine. I'm just old. I'm old. I'm a lot more critical to what I consume. And for me, I actually find a lot of joy in that. I love criticizing the fuck out of the things I like. So I honestly consider a high honor for myself that I'm criticizing Fate Stay Night, because that means that I see potential in it. That means that I could see that it could be more than whatever. Is also, I mean, that's fine. No, that's totally fine. Like, I think, and that's why I say, like, I think you should be more worried if I'm just like, yeah, it's fine, it's whatever, rather than me trying to me trying to say, like, I think it would be better if it was like this and this. I like that, and I like that, and I like these. I like the points here. And I know it sounds like I'm a lot more critical towards it. I actually enjoy criticizing things. It's literally a hobby of mine. Like, I'm sure that's probably surprising to a lot of people, but it is. It's fun. And I know that's going to hurt a lot of feelings, because I understand this is your first visual novel. So I know it probably feels a bit more personal to you, but I guarantee you, I love it. I really do. Maybe not to the level that you're at, and that's fine. I think for me, my first visual novel... what was my first visual novel? Fuck, I don't fucking remember. It was so long ago. But the point of the matter is that for me, I am criticizing it because I do care about it as a franchise. I do think it can be better, and and if Tsukihime is getting a remake, I can only imagine how much better it will be once it's out. You know? Like, I'm sure you have a lot to say about Tsukihime, Laura, and that's valid, you know? And like I said, for someone like me, I love criticizing things. But you should see me when I'm talking about, like, this is me being nice. This is me being nice to something I like. Like, I can go harder, but I won't. Not even just, like, out of respect for you, but because I'm just, like, at the end of the day, Fate Stay Night is not really supposed... I won't say it's not supposed to be that deep, but it's not as deep as Umineko is. It's definitely not as deep as Umineko, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, Fate Stay Night is a fun visual novel. It's fun to look beneath the surface. It really is. And there are a lot of issues. I mean, I won't say, it's not even real issues. It's just personal quirks that bother me more, and that kind of bogs it down a little bit for me more than for the visual novel itself. So it's fun to look. For me, I like looking below the surface. I love seeing what makes it tick. And I find that fun. I want to explore more about, again, remember, Laura, I do want to watch more, I want to read more, I want to explore more. So that tells you that, yes, I do want to look more beyond the surface. No, no, that's understandable. I think the issue, I mean, and trust me when I say the issue with Umineko, and especially with Umineko fans, is that they... It's like, okay, I get out of my house. Yeah. And, you know, whenever, if you ever do decide to read it, I will definitely, we could go on call on Discord or whatever, and I'll tell you my feelings on Umineko, because there's a lot of issues that I have with it, too. But I won't say it here, because it's spoiler, and it's not time for it. But, I'll just say that a lot of people in the Umineko fandom, I kind of feel like they take more fun out of the fact that it's that at the end of the day, it's not clear what happens, but there is a complete story, so to speak. You want to read it this summer, but you need to make sure you're done with college first. Well, no worries. Take your time. Take your time. You got this, Laura. You got this. But yeah, no, like I said, I think Umineko fandom, like I said, I have issues with that. I definitely have issues with that. Oh my god. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But there are, again, nothing is ever perfect. Like, Higurashi has the same issues of the slice in life that I feel like Fate Stay Night shares in terms of like, get to the fucking point. Like, come on, I don't care about this anymore. Get to the point. So, it's definitely, I feel like I would, for my personal ranking, I would definitely rank Higurashi and Fate around the same level. And you know how much I love Higurashi. You know me, Umineko are super controversial. Yeah, it is. And when we get there, we'll talk all about it, Laura. Trust me, we will. I'll probably have to do a reread. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing that, but damn, it's kind of... Oof, it's big oof. It's a lot. It is a lot. Like, it's longer than the Bible. I'm not even playing. It's longer than the Bible. It's not even... But, episode 8 is controversial. I just gotta look it up and remember it. Don't look it up. Don't look nothing up. Just vibe. Just vibe. Finish your college. Finish what you gotta do. And I think another fault of Umineko fandom is that, like, I want to say it, but I can't, so I won't. So when you get there, Laura, we'll talk about it. I'll just say it that much. I'll just say that much. That I will talk about it when you get to that bridge. But for now, I just want you to know that I love Fate Stay Night. I will definitely rank it with Higurashi, and it's pretty high up there for me. Like, that's why I say, like, with Higurashi, I love Higurashi, and I know about the side stories, but I will not engage and consume that, because I just don't want to. That is enough. I don't need any more than what Ryukishi gave me, in terms of what's in the visual novels. Now, while I do feel that Fate Stay Night is missing a lot of information, I feel it's fine the way it is. It really is. And again, I do want to read the porn, like just the sections, just to kind of compare and contrast the narratives. But other than that, I don't have any like real need for it. Like it's fine. So yeah, do you guys have any final questions, thoughts, or like I said, I know I come off as like really harsh. I know I come off as like, oh, I don't... It makes it sound like I don't like Fate Stay Night, but remember, I do. I love this. And if I didn't criticize it, I don't love it. That's literally how I function. Oh, ships. Ooh, that's important. Definitely Shiro and Sakura. Rin. Definitely... Maybe Shiro. Maybe Rin and Shiro. I don't know. I'm kind of like hesitant on... No. I know this is bad, but I kind of like Archer and Rin together. I kind of ship Shinji, Shiro, but just on the one-sidedness. I don't want them to be together. I don't want Shinji and Shiro to be together, but I definitely love the pining. That's also valid. I love the fighting. It's so good. I definitely want Ren and Archer together. Like that much. Yeah. I dig it. But definitely Shiro and Sakura. Shiro, Shinji, but again, as long as it's one-sided. I don't want them to be together. No. It won't work. It doesn't work well in my mind. Lancer and Archer. Lancer and Archer, man. I can't help it. I do also kind of ship Saba and Shiro a little bit. Yes, the classic. And I know a lot. I do ship Kyrie and Kiritsugu. Maybe one-sided. Maybe I want to. In my twisted little mind, in my little twisted anime line, they did have a fling. He said, "Hell no, I'm out of here." Yes, the yaois. After the week I had, I need some yaois. What else? Who else do I ship? Oh, Gil and Kyrie. Definitely, I ship. That is, if we need a toxic relationship in this shit, that is definitely my toxic relationship. Yes, mwah. Oh my god, it's gonna hit so good. I bet. I need to find fix for it. As far as girl goes, I really don't have any. I don't want to. No, those shit. Do not ship the sisters together, bro. That's weird. Saba technically is like 14 years old. Oh, hell fucking yeah. I'm here for it. Okay, can I like get my shit back? I'm tired of this uniform. She looks ugly as hell. But really, it's by Urobuchi. Ugh. Well, there is a cost. One of these days, I'm gonna have to explain my fucking thoughts on fucking Madoka. Like, I love Madoka too, but god damn it, it's Urobuchi, and no! I don't say I hate him, but god damn it, I hate the way he does it. I don't like this. Like, that's basically my thought, is like, I don't like this. But yeah, like, if any other questions or comments or thoughts or proposes, as like I said, I'll definitely watch Fate Zero if it has the boys being the boys, and I'll finally understand what the fuck is going on, because I think I actually tried to watch Fate Zero once, and I was so fucking confused. I was like, what the fuck? Man, fuck off. Dig it. Man, where you at? Oh no. Oh, there you are. The first 4 minutes of this episode. Really? Well, see, good thing I didn't have any context. Good thing I didn't have any context. Otherwise, I would have been like really big mad. Well, regardless, I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe like also watching it in anime form. I feel like that would also kind of help me like not really. I think that's the best word, is reaffirm like how much I like it. And just kind of seeing everything happen in the way that it did. So, I don't know. I know the studio, I know Studio Dean did their stuff, but, and your onions, Laura, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should just watch the movie? Didn't they make like movies of the version? Oh, you never read the original light novel, but you should sometime. Oh, there's a light novel? Nice. I know, actually, at my local bookstore, there actually is, they did have books up there. I just didn't know what it was. They only made movies for, oh, okay. Oh, is it 20? Okay, that's fine. Hopefully, it'll translate better in anime than it did in the visual novel for me. Who knows? Maybe my opinion will change on that. The Dean anime is not valid. Okay, so I could just... I'll just probably skip that then. That's funny. Alright. Alright. So I'll definitely avoid the Dean anime then. Like, I'll just start watching UBW. And I'll just leave well enough alone. Because I know a lot of people make fun of... I mean, now I understand the context of, you know, people die when they are killed. Now I understand some of the other contexts, like Rin and the butt thing, and I still think that's weird, but whatever. Whatever. Well, it's weird in a like, woo, woo kind of way, but whatever. Am I going in the right direction? I fucking hope so. This would suck. Exactly, she's defenseless. And she's also underage. Is that your ass? Yeah, that's your ass. But yeah, no, I'll definitely check out UBW then. Alright, that's my homework. I'll watch Fate Zero, UBW, and Heaven's Feel movies. So, any more thoughts? I probably should change. That is disgusting. Don't forget, yes, I won't forget Hollow X. That's the one I was talking about. That's the one I will eventually come back to and read on stream. Just not now. If Zero makes you depressed, that game will help. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But no, I will definitely read that on stream. But again, just not for a while. There's other games I do want to play on here. Like, I want to finish up 999. I do want to play the sequel. Not true. You started that game right after you finished Zero. But yeah. No, you're fine. It's totally fine. I do want to finish playing next stream. I will try to start finishing up 999. After 999, I'll do the second Great Ace Attorney game. After that, I'll do Virtuo's Last Reward. Hopefully by... I'm debating if I want to play the third game, if I even want to get it. Or if I want to play AI Somnium Files on stream. But is that anything people would like? I don't know. I actually need to get it. I do want to play Danganronpa 2, but let me finish the first one on my own, because it's unstreamable. It fucks up, and I don't want to deal with it, so I'm just like, alright. And I hear streaming Danganronpa 2 is easier. There's a lot I want to do. Eventually, I want to do Hatoful Boyfriend and Holiday Star and other visual novels. Like, I do want to play Otome games on here, too. So that's the goal. But for now, I just want to finish 999. I want to start the 999 series, or Zero Escape, and finish up the Great Ace Attorney 2. And then, I will probably finally get to Apollo Justice. I know I said it once before, I totally forgot. But I will most likely play that after the Great Ace Attorney. But if Capcom decides to release it on PC, I will stream that version instead. But I guarantee you, I will play Apollo Justice. Yes, it's Pog, and I can't wait to do the silly voices again. I love Ace Attorney. Y'all know this. It's probably my biggest moneymaker here. But anyways, in any case, let me just get to let me finish Miss Yujiri's lines, and then we'll call it a stream. But until then, we could just chat. So how are you doing? Laura, are you playing any new games? You love Kristoff so much still. Yeah. Kristoff is such a good villain. Nah, just the usual gachas. I actually re-downloaded Cinderella Girls Starlight Stage again recently. I was about to get lost until I was like, oh shit, I gotta do streaming. I promised this to you guys. I should keep my promises sometime. You played the Tsukihime sequel last month, but that's it. How is the sequel? Without spoilers, how is the sequel compared to the first? I didn't even know there was a second one. Not quite on par, but it was still good. Okay. Well, sometimes that happens in sequels, you know. I'm changing. Fuck this. My girl deserves the best. There. She's not ugly. She's not wearing the ugly ass uniform. It has a lot of good, but also a lot of bad. Sometimes these creators just can't help themselves. Sometimes, I guess. That's the nature of it, unfortunately. Actually, let me just go to the city. Come on, let me just get my... Yeah, but like I said, that's the nature of it sometimes. I mean, not every sequel is gonna be good. I did hear rumors that they are gonna have an Umineko 9, and I'm like, at first I'm kind of like, but why? But then I'm like, maybe Rukishi has more to tell. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure people are not gonna lie. Hearing my issues with Stay Night makes you think they'll be even more irritated by OG Tsukihime. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I'm in that case. I'm glad I'm sticking to the remake as well, or just waiting for the remake. Just cause like, I guess now that I uncovered, what's his face, Nasu's style. I love Suki, but I don't think y'all. Yeah, I'm just gonna take your word on that. And listen to you on that. And I'll just wait for the remake. And I'm excited for it. Like, I know it's gonna be good. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Nasu had time to mature, had time to really figure out his way of writing more. Because, you know, as a writer, you definitely learn more things about yourself as the years roll by and the stuff that you read and write. You would still recommend it to people deep enough to reach it, but I don't know. I don't want me to be disappointed. Also, it says that. Oh, I mean, I was just gonna read it on my off time, but if I'm curious enough and I feel like if I feel that I can, I guess we'll just talk more about that, Laura, when the time comes. If I am like interested in actually reading it, the original. But but you know, don't worry, like don't count on it. Don't like just kind of play by ear. Just kind of play by ear. I would rather just do that like off stream anyway, if there is H scenes. And like I said, here's the thing, and again, and I want to be clear to everyone. I don't have issues with H scenes. I really, truly don't. In fact, I used to write them. Especially when I shouldn't be. When I shouldn't have been writing them. Point being, though, I have nothing against it. I really don't. I'm neither for or against it. I'm more neutral. I'm not repulsed. I'm nothing. I'm just vibing. Whatever it was I was trying to say, it wasn't coming out. But that's not the H scene's fault. It really isn't. So I just want to reiterate that. But other than that, I do... I'll go over there first, and then I'll call it quits. Wee Wee is not a prude. Exactly, I'm not a prude. I'm really not a prude. I'm not repulsed. I'm not sex repulsed. I just... Ooh, that was a nasty fall. But yeah, like, I don't care if it's sexy times as long as everybody... I guess it's just like, I just don't want the weird shit. Like, come on, guys. I'm tired. Or, we're adults. Let's act like it, you know? I'm supposed to be going here. Yeah, they're here. But yeah. Like I said, if I do end up wanting to read it, I'll just probably just get to the true routes. And if I do end up wanting to go to the other routes, unless it's required, then I will. Then I will consider it. But again, oh god damn it, I hate it when it's like that. Other than that, I'll be waiting for the remake. And like I said, like I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. If anything, I'll probably just need trigger warnings. Oh, fuck, I never... God damn it. Well, I just don't want to cut out while in the middle of a cutscene. So I guess I'll just keep talking. But yeah. No, like I said, I definitely want to read Tsukihime. Eventually. Probably the remake. I do have other visual novels and Otome games that I do want to stream. If I could get Hakukoi to work on PC, that would be even better. Because I've always wanted to stream, what's it called? I know I can't stream DMDD, but... If a translation for the remake comes out anytime soon, hell yeah, thank you so much, Queen. Or, my royal, my bad. My misunderstanding. But I am excited. Like, I am excited to acquire all the Rin merchandise. I already have her necklace. I just need to start getting, like, plushies and shit. Because I want to get a Rin plushie so bad. I already have a Saba one. But I want to get, like, the bigger ones. The bigger ones where they're, like, lying down and shit. I like those. It's, I'm trying to think. Like, there's so many games I do want to stream for you guys. It's insane. I'm just shy? Well, not really shy, but just more like slow. I think that's what it is. I'm just slow. Alright, let me get out of this cutscene. Yes, y'all are fighting. The English voice acting isn't bad at all. I'm just a fucking weeb, and I just switched over to Japanese. Because like I said, I'm a fucking weeb, and I found out recently, not recently, but quite a while ago that, my boy Nakamura Yuichi is actually my favorite Scion, so I'm ecstatic for that. That's why I'm sticking to it. So yeah, it is entirely possible to play in English. I just choose in Japanese. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. And also, Ken's in it. Ken is in the game. So yeah, if you ever want to play, let me know, Laura, and we will exchange information. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. Thank you so much for watching me talk about basically tear Fate's Stay Night to shreds while also saying I like it, guys. But I do like it. I will actually say that I do love Fate's Stay Night. Probably not as much as Laura does, but I do love it. I'm just a crotchety old grandma. That's what I am. In any case, Thank you guys so much for sitting here and watching me play with Feifei. Feifei says bye-bye, and I say bye-bye. You guys take care. I love you. Bye.